Hello, grade 5, how are you? I hope you all fine. So, we will start our revision for our next exam, and I hope you all prepared and I hope you all do well in these exams. Okay, let's start our sheet. First, model 1, we're having these questions, and we start to solve them together. Start with question number 1. A resistance acts on in the space direction of motion. As you remember, a friction is a type of friction, right? And we can say this it's opposes the motion. The friction opposes the motion, so it's in the opposite direction of the motion. Number 2, the sun appears in the appears. Take care, it appears. How it looks in the sky. Yes, it's towards from the east, of course. Super. Give a reason for the moon gravity is less than the Earth's gravity. It will be the moon gravity is less because it depends on something. You remember the factors affecting the gravity? Yes, the mass. Because the mass of the moon is less than the mass of the Earth or the Earth's mass. So we can say due to the difference or because the moon has less mass. Less mass. And also, there is number two occurrence of day and night. Day and night, of course, do you remember the motion? The name of the motion it will be due to the Earth's rotation. Yes, Earth's rotation. Earth's rotation around the sun. Around, sorry, around its axis. Yeah, the rotation, it's spinning or moving around its axis. Yes. What, true or false? Magnetism is a pulling force only? Of course not. It's not pulling force only. It's pulling and pushing, which is attraction and repulsion. So it is false. Number two, all parts of Earth receive sunlight at the same time? Of course not. Do you remember when you bring the model? There is some places where like in America it would be day and Egypt would be night at the same time. Okay, so all parts don't receive the sunlight at the same time. Okay, the question here, what happens when feather and hammer fall from same height, same time, vacuum drum? Oh, what about the vacuum room? Vacuum room means there is no air resistance, no air resistance. So, and we said that before in the gravity acts on all objects by the same way. So here, what will happen for the feather and the hammer? Yeah, if there is a resistance, of course the hammer will reach the ground first. But now, because it's vacuum room, so we can say yes, both of them reach the ground together, or both will reach reach the ground at the same time. Same time. Okay, half of Earth faces the sun. Yes, of course, it's easy. Huh. Half facing the sun means yeah, it will be day. It will be day in this half. Okay. Question here, which body does the Earth attract more? A body with a mass 100 kilogram or another with a mass 400 kilogram? Do you remember? Yeah, the gravity or the force of the gravity on Earth depend on the mass and distance. So here it's talking about the mass. So of course the 400 kilogram would be the will reach first because it has bigger mass because it has more mass. Okay, look at the update figure. We're having a number one and number two. Of course, one it faces the sun, so it will be day, and the other part it will be night. Okay, let's go for model two. Which of the following has least gravity? Of course, the least gravity. Yeah, Earth has has big gravity, and the sun and the moon, all of them, they have kind of great gravity. But the magnet has less force, less gravity, or less least. Okay, so the number two question here is saying the fastest planet rotates on its axis. Of course, it is Jupiter. Yes, super. Give reason for the following: astronauts float in space. Why they can float? Due to the absence of gravity. Yeah, the absence means no gravity. Occurrence of seasons. Yeah, occurrence of seasons due to what? The kind of movement of, yeah, mm, due to the earth is what? Revolution, super. Around sun, the sun. The force that opposes the motion of body across solid surface through gas or liquid opposes the movement. Do you remember? Yes, it's friction. Okay, number two, a series of events that's repeated in the same order would be, yeah, cycle, super. What happens if the mass of the moon becomes twice its real mass? Yes, the mass increase. So the what happens? The gravity will increase. Yes, the gravity will increase into, into twice, and it may crash, and the moon may crash to the earth. Yes. Number two, the earth stops spinning on its axis. What happens if it stops spinning? Of course, the phenomenon of day and night will not happen. Of day and night will not happen. Here the figure, we can draw it together. Just we can put sun in the center and the earth moving around like this. This is the earth. Yeah, here there's the earth and the sun. Okay, so the questions. Number one, the figure illustrates the phenomenon of, hmm, yeah, four seasons. Okay, on earth. The figure represents the, yeah, great revolution. Yeah, super. Yeah, it revolve around the sun here. The earth revolve around the sun. Here, model number three. Question number one. Planets revolve around the sun in orbits. Do you remember the shape? Yeah, it was ellipse shape, so the answer is elliptical. Yeah. The sun produces, yes, space energy that warms the earth. Warms heat. Super. Question here saying what happens if the sun loses its gravity? Yeah, it was there's different to the planets. Maybe the planets will float into space. Fly off into space. Okay, maybe the question number two. Binoculars and telescopes were not invented. Yeah, the answer we can see, or scientists can see distance object. Distance object. Cannot study distant object. When turbines move by the effect of wind motion. Yes, super. The star that's present in our solar system as star. The only star. Yes, of course, the sun. Question here, look at the figure. Yes, the magnet is figure 1, attract or repel on Y. This figure 1. North with north would be? Yes, repel. Why? Because they are similar. The magnet in figure 2 attract or repel? North with south? Yeah, attract. Because they are different poles. Give a reason for when you stop pedaling, your speed of bicycle decrease until it stops. Do you remember? What happens with the tires? Yeah, يبقى due to the friction force, friction force between the tires and the road, tires and between it happens between tire with the road, and there's will stop the motion. That's why the stars seem to move in the sky due to the Earth's rotation. Yes, rotation. Okay, let's complete for model number four. Affects path where planet revolves around the sun. Affect the path. Remember? It's an elliptical shape. Yeah, orbit. Super. It's a group of stars, planets, gas, how together. Do you remember I stressed on the S? More than one star. So it's not the solar system, it will be the galaxy. Super. What happens to, focus please, happens to the gravity of the moon when its mass decreases to half? So the gravity will decrease. Yes, so the gravity will decrease. Well, decrease into half. Well, decrease into half. Into half. Okay, the length of the shadow of an object at none. What happens to the length of shadow at an object at none? What happens to this? Yeah, it will be the shortest shadow. يبقى the shortest. So the shortest shadow well formed. Here, this question cross out the odd word. Odd word. So we're having different choices and we choose from them. A magnet attracts paper clip. So this force, it's a pulling force or pushing? Pulling, yes, pull force. What about kicks a ball? When he kicks a ball, when you kick the ball, it's pull or push? Yes, of course, it's push. Super. An apple falls toward the ground. Mm, pull, yeah, it's gravity, so it's pull. What about the revolution of planets around the sun? Yeah, it's gravity also pull. So which one will be the difference or the odd word? It will be a kicks a ball. Yes. Earth, Jupiter, Sun, and Moon. Which is the difference? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yes, the Sun, because it's illuminating body, or it illuminate, or it's a star, and the other not a star. Mm-hmm. Give a reason for the Sun is considered the center of motion of the solar system. Why? Because it has more gravity, the greatest gravity. Greatest gravity, we can say that because it has the greatest gravity and the greatest mass. Okay. The moon has different phases in the sky, in the night sky. Why? Due to the rotation of the moon around the earth. Yes. What is meant by magnetism? Yes. It's the force. Yes. Do you remember anything about magnetism? First of all, it's invisible or invisible? Yes, it's invisible. Yeah, so we can say that it's an invisible force of attraction only? No, attraction or repulsion. Yeah, it's an invisible force of attraction or repulsion between two magnets, one magnet and a magnetic material. And you can find the answer on the application. Don't forget to check it out. Okay. Compare between the sun and the moon. First of all, the sun, it's a star. Super. This is a star. Okay, but the moon is dark. It's a dark body. What about the other? Yeah, it can make its own light. You can make its own light. But the moon reflects the sunlight. Reflect the sunlight. Okay, let's go for model number 5. Number 1, the sun affects the ocean tides. Sun? Of course not. The moon. Number 2, the earth spins around its axis once every 24 hours. Of course not. It's 28 fourths, but the correction is 24, sorry. Yes. Write the name of the moon phase for each of the following. He needs, or this question needs, the name of the moon phase. Focus, please. Let's find the K. The apparent phase of the moon that faces the earth is fully darkened. Fully dark. Remember? And the end of this, the month? New moon. Yes, super. Number 2, the apparent phase of the moon that earth fully eliminated. Fully eliminated. It will be full moon. Yeah, from the name. Even. Yes. Complete the following sentence using the word between brackets. Scientist Nicholas Copernicus stated that The, do you remember it was very important? The Earth revolves around the Sun. Super. A constellation consists of group of stars. Super. Give a reason for the following. Skydiver opens his parachute during landing. Yes. To slow down the movement. Down is landing. Has fall to ground. Number two, the sun looks much larger to us than other stars. Why it looks larger? Because, huh? Yeah, because it's the nearest. Because it's the nearest one. Nearest star to us. And the only one in the solar system. What are the factors that affect the gravitational force of the moving object? Of course, mass of the object and distance between objects. Okay, define the cycle. It's easy, very easy. Yeah, we can say it's what or a series of events, or it's a series of events that's repeated in the same order. Correct. Okay. We had this question above in the scientific term, and when we said the series of events that's repeated. Yes, here it is. This one. A series of events that's repeated in the same order. Yes. And that's all for this revision sheet, and we finished it all. I hope you got the information and don't hesitate to ask me for any question.